Welcome back to another video. Today I was thinking I can share some tips about shopping on Vinted, thrifting in general too, I suppose, but mostly on Vinted because I've been using it for years now. I think I am a little bit of a Vinted expert, if I may say so myself. And also other people always ask when I wear something really cool that I got on Vinted. They're like, how do you find this stuff? I never find anything this cool, and if I do, it's really expensive. Because, finding cool stuff is not an art, but finding something cool, beautiful, ethereal, magical, but affordable, that's a technique that I will teach you today. Call it Vinted 101. But I'm not going to tell you how to sell on Vinted because there's thousands of videos on how to do that, and there's people that probably know more about it than I do. But yeah, so I'm going to give you like a lesson how to find cute, affordable clothing or anything really on Vinted. And also, I got a top today from Vinted. It smells divine. It smells like caramel, and it's this. It's really hard to show. I'll have to do a try on. Oh, and before we start, can we just get a moment for the jellyfish earrings? I mean, they're so pretty. I love them. Anyway, so I'm gonna start off with a don't look up words like coquette, vintage, Y2k, anything with a core on the end. It's like angel core, cottage core, mob wife core, fisherman core, and all the cores. Any buzzwords that are trendy right now.
Don't do it.
Because when you do that, you're gonna get a mixture of resellers who are selling actual cute stuff, but for a not affordable price usually. And then other people who just used any random buzzword for like the most basic item of clothing you could ever imagine, like a white t-shirt, and it's like, oh my god, it's so angel core. No babe, it's not. Trust, I've been guilty of it in the past. I don't do that anymore. Yeah, resellers, that's a whole thing. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Buying like vintage clothing and reselling it for more money is, yeah, it's debatable how ethical it is. And also, sometimes they have the nerve, the gall, and the gumption to charge 30 plus euros for like a see-through top from Shein. Like, hello? And then you're like, oh my god, it's so vintage, Y2k. It's like, no, this was made in a sweatshop like 2 weeks ago. But anyway, I digress. My favorite buzzwords to look up are specific details that you want in something. So all the people who are interested in fashion, they have a Pinterest board or equivalent of that. I don't know, maybe you have like an analog notebook where you cut out pictures from magazines. It's like, good for you, girly, you're so cool. But most people have a Pinterest board because it's easier. Go to that, look at the stuff, like some common denominators that these outfits or pieces of clothing have in common. For example, for me, I can say I love a bell sleeve, I love anything sparkly, I love an embroidered detail, fake fur, although fabrics and stuff, we'll get to that in a bit, but just general like silhouettes maybe, and then you'll be more likely to find what you're looking for. So say you're looking for fairy tops. Don't look up fairy or fairy core or anything like that. Don't do that. I mean, you can have a look, honestly, like look it up. Maybe you'll get lucky and actually see something cute and affordable. But I think you'll also find like even cooler stuff when they don't make it so easy for you. It's like a treasure hunt. So yeah, put in like embroidery, sequin detail, sparkle, something like that. It's good to have like a general vibe in mind. Say you're looking for tops. Obviously, then go to tops category. Maybe you even know what kind of top you want. So try and go to a specific top category. Choose colors that you know you will wear, that you feel good in, that look good on you. You can look for fabrics as well. So look for fabrics, choose fabrics that you like. For example, you can find almost anything with a fake fur trim if you tick the box of fake fur. Also, just generally when I do like to just put in like cotton, linen, natural fabrics, breathable fabrics, because also if you do that, the quality will be better. It will be like authentic, vintage fashion versus resellers or people who are just reselling garbage from Temu and Shein. Because trust, that will never be cotton. I mean, I feel like I've seen cotton on a Shein product, but still, it's more unlikely. You're more likely to find like a good quality product if you look for natural fiber. But just generally, like that's your friend, you know? If you know you like a specific kind of material, look for it. Also, there's like sequins, I think, as part of material, so look for that. Wood and metal details, if you look for wood and metal on clothing, you'll find really cool stuff. So go crazy with that, experiment, try different combinations. Same with patterns. Patterns can obviously be a hit or miss because the patterns, I'm pretty sure it's a AI on Vinted that scans the images and decides what kind of pattern it is, and sometimes the pattern is completely wrong. But a lot of the time it's correct. And if you want animal print, then you can easily just filter out every other print and you suddenly have animal print. I also have a tip for general thrifting as well. Buying shoes. Tricky because I bought shoes from Vinted and elsewhere and they were banger, like really good condition, super comfy, perfect. I've bought other shoes, first time I wear them out, they break. So the moral of the story is if you buy shoes on Vinted, make sure that they are labeled brand new or at least very good. Anything beyond that is a no. No, because those shoes are going to break, and when they break, you throw them away or you can get them repaired. But then all of a sudden, your cheap €5 shoes are not so cheap anymore and they suddenly cost you €40 because you had to repair the sole. I did learn that the hard way, yes. That being said, I can show you a few shoes that I got on Vinted, and this is not all of them by any means, but I can't make it too long, so really high heels because they're super 70s. I thought, at least, with jeans, they're so cute. They make me tower over everyone, and that's very fun because then everyone's so intimidated by me because I'm so intimidating. Yes. And these ones, okay, I haven't worn them out, and honestly, they're like, the condition is not giving. It is, I mean, the condition is, they could break. They could. I don't know. But they have a heart in the heel. Like, they have a buckle like that. And there's a heart in the heel. So I was willing to take that risk because I will wear them. I just generally also like how cool, These are so Barbie. So I will wear them. Hold me accountable, I will wear them. I got fake UGG boots for €5. These were brand new and I've been wearing them for a couple years now and they're really good. They're really good condition, they're really cozy, they're really warm, no complaints. And there's so many like this on Vinted. So I've had these white cowboy boots, these ones, for years now. And I wear them all the time. And that was a bit of a gamble because they could have been hella uncomfortable, but they're actually so comfortable. I sometimes prefer to wear them over sneakers because they're that comfy. I could walk and stand in them for hours. I got those off Vinted and they were brand new, I think. And they look a bit used now because they are very used, very loved. I will wear these until they are, non-existent. I love them. But yeah, do make sure that if you buy shoes that they are in really good condition. It's not worth it, even if they're cute shoes. If it's like, they're good or they're fine or they're not, shoes, or you can't play with shoes like that. You know, you can mend clothes easily. Shoes are a different story unless you are an actual cobbler, which if you are, cool, but I think most of us aren't. And unless you're willing, unless they're like so cool, you're like, I don't care if I have to get them repaired, they're so cool, do it. But if you think, oh, you know, this is gonna be really cheap shoes that I can wear out all the time, girl, I don't think so. Unless you're really lucky, yeah. And also, used shoes are kind of icky. They kind of are, because especially if it's like sandals, people wear those barefoot. They're usually a bit dirty and a bit sweaty and a bit stinky. So think long and hard before you buy very used shoes. Most of the time I'd say don't do it, but you know, you gotta know what you're willing to invest in a pair of shoes. Yes. Knowing brands that you like to wear is also a game changer. If you've bought something before from Vinted or anywhere really, and you really love it, it's like perfect fit, you could wear it every day, then look up the brand, you know, and see what else they have, because the chances are if you have a really cool item from them, they have lots of other cool items. Not always. There's also, of course, always those brands where you have like the most gorgeous piece of clothing from them, and then you look up their other stuff on Vinted and it's like, oh boy, I got really lucky. Often there's cool stuff, and I have some really cool brands to share with you. Cool brands. This is how I found a lot of them actually. Look it up on Pinterest. Just look for vintage brands on Pinterest. People have, and probably TikTok too, but I'm not really on TikTok like that, but TikTok has everything. You look up vintage brands and then people have like lists, and sometimes they'll do it by like aesthetics too. You know, certain, like if you want cool dresses, you can look at these brands. If you want cool skirts, cool bags, shoes, although shoes, you better watch out. I don't know how widespread these even are. Maybe it's like common knowledge in the fashion community that these brands are really banger, but sue me, I don't know. I'm not chronically online like that. Well, I'm not on TikTok, so not really. Starting off with list. Okay, so list is my first one. List usually has lots of corporate clothes, but really cool corporate clothes, like Devil Wears Prada, kind of cool. If you go back to my other video, which you should check out if you haven't, my brown fur cardigan is from List, but I also have this top, which I should have included in my last video, but I didn't, and it's this see-through turquoise top, like a little cami top with like little embroidery, and it looks like it's ice, if you know what I mean. Like it's frosted, like grass in the morning in November. At least that's my association. And they have like not just corporate stuff, and it's definitely worth checking out. But especially if you're like a corporate girly, if you work an office job, or you just like dressing like you have an office job, you know, go off, then List is a really good brand for you. Generally their stuff is like a bit too formal and a bit too dark for me, but I still really enjoy looking at their stuff. I think they have amazing tailoring, and yeah, definitely check it out. So again, you can see my other video if you want to see my sandcup stuff, but again, super good for like a Carrie Bradshaw vibe, something playful, summery, fun, like fun fabrics, fun colors, patterns, super feminine. I love Xanka. Another brand that I have seen but I have not bought from yet is Patrice Brielle. They have cool stuff too. Also very like Carrie Bradshaw-esque. And I'm talking Carrie Bradshaw obviously in the first 3 seasons. Anything beyond that, that's none of my business. I don't know how to dress like that. Okay, I have found that this brand, Denim Co., they have really cool shorts. Just general denim too, but I've only ever bought shorts from them. I have these here. Aren't they just so 2014? Can't you see my life as Ava prancing around in these with a flower crown? Bring that back. Bring it back We need that kind of careless whimsiness. In times like these, bring back oversaturated videos with flower crowns and lace denim shorts with a freaking cutout or rip or whatever. Bring it back. This is what the world needs right now. The world would heal if we all just lived like in 2014 to an extent. Maybe an improved 2014. Wait, that was over 10 years ago. Oh my god. Okay, Denim Co. Yeah, Denim Co. And I see they have like other cute jeans. They have your cute jeans.
Those are my jeans? No. Then why did you say cute jeans? Huh?
Sorry. And skirts and stuff. So Denim Co. If you want to live like it's 2014, go to Denim Co. Also, here, this isn't like a brand, there's not even a label on them, but this is like when I looked up jeans and then I searched for like embroidery and sequins and stuff, I came across these and they have this cute embroidery all around the waistband and also at the bottom here. Tell me that's not gorgeous. And they're boot cut, so. And they're such good denim. They're like a thick denim. They're like, you know, like an old school denim. And the back pockets are cute too. You can find cute stuff like that. And I did not search like, I don't know, fairy, Y2k, whatever like that. Like just search for like the literal details that you're looking for. Yes. There's a brand, Voodoo Vixen. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it. They have very vintage inspired stuff like 1950s, 60s. And they're really cute. Then there's LM Lulu, which is for the 2010 baddies. I'm not talking Y2K, I'm talking like 2010 baddies. And there's Karen Miller, and that's like really chic, sophisticated, demure. Guess has cute shoes, but only if they're in good condition. Trust me on that, please. Listen to Mama Olive's advice, please. Look, if you don't listen to my advice now, you're gonna listen to it when you're walking home in the middle of the night, on a cold night, barefoot, because your shoes broke. So think about that. I'll tell you honestly, New Yorker and their like sister brands of Amisu and FB Sister can have some really cute stuff. Generally, I'm a sucker for New Yorker. I don't want to buy fast fashion when I don't have to, so I don't. But when I get tempted the most is New Yorker. Because their stuff is affordable, actually, compared to every other shop. They actually have good sales and their stuff is actually cute. They always have something cute in my opinion. And they pop off, especially for like graphic t-shirts, slogan t-shirts. They have really cute stuff. Yeah, and then also I have two other brands. One of them is Fard, which again, I saved a lot from them. Haven't bought a lot except for this top. It is so obnoxious. Wait, hold on. You see it? So it's got this whole thing on and it's got like halter neck here, but then it's got long sleeves and it's like backless. It's a very cute silhouette. It's so obnoxious. I don't know if it's my style anymore. I really want it to be though, because it's a really cool piece, you know? Like you don't see that anywhere. If I'm feeling obnoxious, I want to wear that. No, I'm not saying obnoxious in like a bad way though. It's so out there, so unapologetic. It's just like, yes, I have 3 million details to me and I'm fabulous. And it's like, yeah, girl, me too. So I like this blue and I think this blue looks good on me. Fard has a lot of stuff just like this where it's like, that's a lot, but it kind of works. It's very trashy Y2K, I guess. If you had to put an aesthetic to it, I'd say it's that. And another brand that I really like, which I want more from actually, but I only have one item till now, but I have favorited a lot, is love, sex, money. Yes, the 3 things that you need in life. And I have none of those. I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is my one and only love, sex, money top. I do want more, but in good time. It's so cute. It's see-through and you can wear it off the shoulder or not. I actually usually wear it normal, like not off the shoulder. And it's so cute. And the label. And I love this top. I always forget how cute it is. It's one of the few black tops that I actually really love. Most black tops, I tolerate them. I don't wear black by choice, like ever. But this is so cute. Oh my god. Okay. You know, it reminds me of Edie. Is that her name? From Desperate Housewives. Wouldn't she wear this, right? I don't know. That's kind of my first association with this top. She always had banger outfits. Her and Gabrielle always ate it up with the fit game, at least in the earliest seasons. And then the 2010s happened, and then, yeah, not my thing. Another brand is Guru, and they have cute stuff like this top, which is also another rare black moment that I actually really enjoy. It's definitely authentic vintage. It's not from the 2020s, maybe not even the 2010s, I don't know. It's chic, you know? And like this little Guru logo. Those are some brands that I would recommend if you think that we are on the same style wavelength. Somehow this has turned into another show and tell. The more things that you like that you heart, the AI of Vinted will learn about you and your style and what you're looking for. It has gotten a lot better than it used to be. Let me tell you that if you just got into the Vinted game, it is so much better than it used to be. Because these days I open the app, why am I hit with like the cutest stuff? And also, again, usually quite affordable. Like, it knows that I'm not gonna buy super expensive stuff. It knows what colors I like. It knows what fabrics I like, what patterns. It's learning what I like, and it then shows it to me. And you know what? You could say like, God, that's so scary. Like, it's learning about you. But it's like, that's like, in this context, I'm good with that because it saves me a lot of time. It shows me really cool stuff. Like, sorry, I'm not mad at it. It's cool. Yeah, be selective with your likes, but do like stuff, because then you will just get stuff recommended to you, and the search is made a lot easier because then it will just learn. And then newly uploaded things that fit your tastes will be shown in your feed. And then you will get the freshest, hottest stuff right out of the oven, out of the Vinted oven, presented to you. Then again, if you have shopping addiction, if you are an impulse buyer, maybe that's not good. I also struggled with overbuying on Vinted before, for the last few years actually, because it's so cheap and you're like, oh my god, it's so cute, it's so cheap. But then it adds up, you know, it's suddenly not so cheap. And also, then your wardrobe is cluttered with stuff that's just like, it was cute in the moment, but do you really like it? But I guess that's just something you have to figure out for yourself. It's really hot today. I'm sweating. I think those are all my tips for now. I hope this was kind of helpful in some way. I hope I was not rambling too much. I hope this helps. I hope I help you find the wardrobe of your dreams. If you have any suggestions, what else I should cover, let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe because you love me. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and till next time, happy shopping. Bye. Oh, Vinted, sponsor me. Bye.